Is Gear 5th giving Luffy all of the elements without doing it in a contrived trope way? Dog, we're gonna just talk about it straight up and down. One Piece, the latest couple chapters, 1045 and 1046, the appearance of Gear 5th. I believe the latest chapter, 1046, Rizzo. All madness is going down right now, and Luffy in particular has undergone a transformation since we last spoke. We've seen more of the Gear 5th Luffy transformation, and it's absolutely nuts. It's absolutely crazy, and you know what? That's what I like to see. That's what I want to see, especially considering the fact that Luffy has been mollywopped all over the place by Kaido. You know the saying. You know how I go. You know what we talk about over here. No matter how you move, get it done. No matter how you move, get it done. I straight up want to get into it, all right? I want to get into the nonsense. I want to get into the discussions. I want to talk about what some of the minority of the One Piece fandom has been talking about over the last couple of weeks, even going into this chapter, because I feel like 1046 was even more so of a game changer. If 1045, everybody was focused in on Toon-World, so to speak, like, yo, Pegasus snuck up in here and was like, my blue-eyes white dragon is here. Yo, dog, tell me I didn't nail that. I nailed it. If anything, I sounded more like Pegasus than Maximilian himself. But that was the discussion of last week, and then this week now it's Lightning Luffy, aka what everybody is dubbing as Eneru, NL's son. Like, yo, dog, he's handling lightning. And first of all, let's talk about the whole discussion of, is this garbage? Is this terrible? The cartoony Toon style, like, oh my god, Oda, what the hell are you doing thing that is happening right now in One Piece? Is it bad though? That's the big question, right? Because it's wacky. It's definitely something that, you know, you're expecting one thing or you're hoping for one thing and you get something else. But I've said it before and I'll say it again, it is very much so on brand for One Piece. It is very much so par for the course for a guy named Luffy, and it really doesn't feel, especially with the latest stuff, contrived. Like, it doesn't feel like BS or anything like that, considering the fact that every little piece that is crafted, even if, let's just say, right, because I know some people like to think that Oda has the entire story in a tiny little document and he's had it since 99 and he just releases pieces each and every week. No, a lot of these things is him connecting. These authors say it themselves, they connect things as they go along. This sounds great. What if the reason this character did this all the way in chapter 200 was blah blah blah? We connect that to what's going on in the plot right now. Boom. But either way, it still feels smooth enough that it doesn't feel like a complete Deus Ex Machina or a complete rewrite or anything like that, because for starters, the cartoony nature of it, we've been saying, yo, dog, it's getting wacky since Gear 3rd. Let's be honest. Gear 2nd, it was Oda almost doing an homage to Kaioken from Dragon Ball. That was straight up an homage to it. He got faster. He added the elements that later on would blossom into what Gear 5th is right now, considering it's almost like if there's a fire lit inside of Luffy. Hence, God, what if there was a flame, so to speak, bond between Sabo, Ace, and Luffy? If you think about it, like, Luffy's had that fire all along. Or what about if, again, this is the manifestation because he had Gum Gum? This fire is the manifestation of his brother. What if the reason there's smoke coming out and how he created Gear 2nd to begin with was he was inspired by, yo, my big brother was that epic guy that did flames. I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna make my rubbery body all hot because, again, he's Luffy. That pretty much kind of expands into what's going on right now with the smoke and all of that jazz of, like, yo, dog, it's almost as if Luffy has a fire inside of him. If inward he has the fire that his brother outward had, Ace, and then now Sabo has it. So in a weird way, there was even another connection unbeknownst to us that they've kind of had because of Luffy's imagination. Like, One Piece isn't Oda's creation, it's Luffy's. That's why we never hear his thoughts, because his thoughts is this entire series. The entire series is happening in Luffy's head. And actually right now what's really going on is there's some, like, middle-aged dude in his apartment out in Brooklyn sitting there like, yo, and a quick deep thought. Like, I'm talking about everything you've seen right now in the story was all within a millisecond. And you're probably like, yo, Fornev, what? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that would be pretty terrible of an ending, but it's funny. Either way, in terms of the cartoony mess, as some people are dubbing it, that is Gear 5th, it definitely has been kind of connected. At the very least, the whole smoke situation, now the smoke is like damn near unfreaking bearable with what Luffy is throwing out with his transformation, which, let's quickly talk about a misconception that I spoke about in the last time we spoke on the One Piece manga a couple weeks ago, in terms of, I thought that Luffy was blonde. I thought it was going to be a blonde thing. I believe it was last week's chapter we finally found out that it was, his hair is white, the smoke around him is white, like, he's pretty much, you know what I'm saying, enveloping his own, opposed to just going into the Super Saiyan direction. Although some might argue, oh, well, that's just like Ultra Instinct in a way. Like, yo, dog, okay, Dragon Ball hit every color. What do you want him to do, dog? Like, you want him to go into a color that doesn't exist yet? They gotta pick something for the design, okay? I mean, granted, it would have been cool if something really innovative, like, you know, Super Saiyan 4 sure Goku is always one of the most innovative transformations out there, but yeah, I don't think we're gonna go that way. And if you really think about it, if this whole Joy Boy situation is to begin with something about Luffy, it makes you wonder though, right? Because Luffy has always been Luffy, essentially, right? So whoever had the devil fruit that Luffy has right now, the human fruit specific bottle, Zone was probably somebody that, unbeknownst to them again, had that fruit. Or they probably thought whatever their power was something totally different. So again, I'm going to continue on saying that there's a possibility that a pirate that we very much so know had that devil fruit. And then that also want to bring you to the ideas of like, wait a minute, so if somebody that we know was doing this, then did Shanks know who this person was? And that's how Shanks was able to carefully craft, okay, boom, the world government's going to get it here, I'm going to catch them. Or was it that he just heard a rumor? And there's so much more mystery with Shanks. But you're probably like, yo, Forever, you're deviating from Gear 5th right now. You're deviating from the topic at hand. Because essentially, to close out the argument in terms of, is Gear 5th garbage? Like, absolutely not. Like, come on now, dog. If anything, I want to stress that it is straight up an homage with a comedic twist to the classic transformation of like Super Saiyan or anything like that. It's its own thing. It's doing it the way One Piece does it. I don't understand where's the rift that went on a couple of weeks ago. And then I feel as though 1046, for any of the fans that maybe didn't particularly like the transformation or the wacky thing, because I ain't gonna lie, it was admittedly very cartoony, but at the same time, it was still very much on brand, and still it wasn't like completely, oh, this is all out of whack. It was things of Luffy like, yo, he's powered up. He's like a 10-year-old on a quest, a manga adventure. What would a 10-year-old on a manga adventure do? In the mind, by the way, I know Luffy is 19 right now, I'm just saying. Probably use this big-ass dragon as a jump rope, make him feel all sorts of pain, the same way he's made everybody else feel pain, like Momo and stuff like that. Like, don't forget, Luffy is also fighting on behalf of these people that they can't firsthand get their vengeance in terms of like, you know, Momo can't right now come and slug Kaido and end it all. He got to do it for them. So he's going to add his extra goofiness in the way he's going to punish them. I'm going to jump rope with your big ass, and it is what it is, dog. I'm Monkey D. Luffy, the man that's going to be the king of the pirates. But you're probably like, wait a minute, dog, what happened? What's going on? Why are you not talking about the whole lightning situation? That's another big topic of conversation, because even though the latest chapter was Raizo, and we're really not going to talk much about Raizo, like at the end of the day, it's there. Y'all know what happened. One of the big conversations as well is the way the end of 1046 went down. Luffy, boom, in his Gear 5th transformation, essentially being of the lightning that struck, and ultimately it looked as though Luffy grabbed the lightning and was attacking him. And again, that's one of the things, going back to the very beginning of what we was talking about in this video, it doesn't feel contrived. It doesn't feel tropey in the way of like, dog, if you think about it, if Luffy almost is as if he has a fire burning inside of him, right? When he goes into the gears, even Gear 5th especially, it's like smoke just doesn't stop. Like if he's burning on the inside, like his brother's fire and will to fight on, Fire Fist Ace is within him now, right? So you add that element in there. Now he got fire within him, lightning in his hand that he technically learned through Enelu. This is genius writing, and not making it that Luffy unlocked the powers of no, this is actually legitimately things that Luffy is now able to handle. He is now able to handle grabbing lightning because he had that encounter with Enelu way back then to understand that lightning ain't really gonna hurt me like that. Oh, boom is right here. I'm already extra hypersensitive right now because I have this Gear 5th transformation that is like boom, boom, boom. Yeah, it's probably going to work out as follows. Although essentially, if you think about it right now, it also feeds into the narrative of Luffy is essentially turning into the Avatar. Fire, lightning, dog, where's the wind? Even though technically if he wanted to, he could literally turn into a big ass rubber fan or something, but like, jeez. And then it also dives into the whole conversation about the Joy Boy situation, which at the end of the day, we gotta find out more. We still don't know everything. You can't completely write it all off as, like, no, dog. Like, yeah, we gotta talk about this. At the end of the day, the Joy Boy situation is not entirely affecting Luffy right now. It's giving him extra power, sure. He unlocked something else, sure, but it's not ultimately an unlocked ability that you can only get with Joy Boy. It's that Luffy could only handle it, or is only thinking this way because of the way he's moving right now, but it's not necessarily exclusive to that fruit. In a sense, Luffy is creating everything that's happening right now, if you really think about it. And you could argue that that's subjective, whether that's good or bad, but either way, that's where it stands right now. And I pass the question off to you right now. Gear 5th, yay, nay, what do you think about this whole Eneru's son grabbing lightning as he attacks Kaido? The epicness of this battle right now. Do you hate it? Do you love it? Hot or garbage? That's all I have for this one, though. Thanks for watching. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule: anime and manga for life, boy. Have an awesome day. Peace in, and yeah, Gear 5th, Toon-World, or your Maximilian Pegasus, and yeah, let's get out of here. Have an awesome one. Oh, you should totally like, subscribe. So